Marty, obviously, the impact that Jacques Lemaire had for this franchise, turning things around, getting the cups, and laying that foundation, how important is it for him, and how deserved is he to becoming inducted into the Ring of Honor?
I think it's awesome for him. I think, obviously he had some great years under his coaching. Obviously winning the first Stanley Cup, but not just that. I think just the way that we played the game and the way that we put a mark on the NHL and how everybody hated to play against us, well, that's because of him. So I'm sure he's really excited about today. I talked to him earlier to kind of announce it, and I hear in his voice that he's really excited about this.
What was it like when he walked in the room? Obviously won a lot of Stanley Cups in Montreal in various fashions. Did he kind of grab you guys' attention right away and demand that respect?
Well, it was my first year, his first year, so I was new too, so I didn't know what to expect from an NHL coach. But obviously I knew Jacques. Jacques drafted me in junior, so I had a long history with him. But again, I think it's the attention to details that he brought to the game, the way he wanted us to play, how we want us to bond with each other, and sometimes we bonded because of him because he was pretty tough.
In regards to your long history with Jacques, you've mentioned that he drafted you in junior. What is it like for you to be able to tell him, by the way, you're going into the Ring of Honor? What was an extra special, not just for him, but for you as well?
Oh, it was great. It's probably by default because I'm the only one that speaks French, but I think it was fun. I got to see him a couple of times. A few years back, when they retired my jersey, he came to the celebration, so I got to talk to him, and it's obviously different than when he's your coach. Than now he's your old coach. You're able to talk to him a little differently. So, but it meant a lot to me to be able to say that to him. Obviously grew up a big Montreal Canadian fan, so just to be able to tell him it's great.
And what do you see about his legacy now, still 30 years after he coached the Devils to a championship? What's his legacy around the team and around the league?
Well, I think everybody knows Jacques, the success he had coaching, the success he had playing the game. But for us to honor him, I think it's something well-deserved. I think it's great that, the Devils are doing the Ring of Honor celebration. And, obviously with the first one with Dr. McMullen and last year with Sergei Brylin is just fitting for a guy like him in the position that he put us in, having the success early on and continued success after he left.
Everyone's talked about how serious he was behind the bench. Does he seem a lot looser now?
Oh, definitely. If you didn't have a good warm-up, sometimes you were a scratch off the game. So, he paid attention to everything.
Marty, was it difficult to play the style that Jacques wanted, game in, game out, particularly in the playoffs? Obviously, it frustrated the opposition, but was it a difficult structure to play and be committed to it, game in, game out?
Everybody had a role, and everybody embraced it. At the end of the day, what was good about Jacques, he made you understand what's going to make you good on this team, on the way that you wanted to coach. And so I think the buy-in had to be, from the players. He told us, he gives us all the cards, how to get it done. And we went out there and executed. And, he'll tell you in his comments, he built a team, because everybody had a job and we knew exactly what to expect. And, system is not that hard. We just sat back and, we were a good offensive team with him, even though everybody thought we were really defensive. But if you look at some of the stats, it was pretty impressive. Scott Stevens, 73 points.
You think, obviously, Jacques led you guys to the first cup. A lot of people tonight talking about how his imprint and really his blueprint led to all three cups. You think he kind of had a finger in all of them?
Well, for sure. I think we never really changed the way we played in New Jersey. Regardless if Jacques wasn't there, Larry Robinson was there. And Pat Burns was there, and Claude Julien was there. It's funny how it works. A lot of Canadians, old Canadian coaches or members of the Montreal Canadiens. But obviously, when you get success and, you want to play the same way, and obviously coaches tweak stuff here and there in the few cups we won after, but definitely it started with him.
Marty, this team right now going through maybe a little bit of a struggle. What were some things that you did with your teams that maybe got you guys out of the funk?
At the end of the day, you won't be able to do it by yourself. All the boys have to dig deep and get it together, all together. And I got a lot of faith in these guys. That not take upon yourself to try to do it by yourself. That's where you can stick yourself a little more. So they're going to get out of it with each other, and that's the main part. And I think that's what they're working on now.
to build off that, Jacques was in a good spot with you in net. Do you think Keith's in a similar spot with Jacob Markstrom?
I feel so. I think it's good. I think Jacob's been really good so far this year. As of late, he's been really good. Just we're not getting the run support for both of our goalies. It's going to come. We know we have a lot of offense in this locker room. Just a matter of time. But I think Sheldon's pretty excited. Well, you see by the amount of games that Marky's playing.